Hello, this is Dr. Infinity. Welcome to White Pill Media and have a white pill on me. Spoiler alert, there aren't any goddamn white pills this episode. I'm done. I'm finally finished. I have read all of the Witcher books and I'm done. Never again. Never again. You know what? If you start reading a book or just a series of books and you're not enjoying it, just stop. Just stop what you're doing. Go pick up another book. And if you enjoy that one, read it. But don't force yourself just to complete shit. Because, God, man, what a piece of crap. You can check out my other videos on it. They're just, I guess, kind of rant videos on the 2 short story books. And then the 5, I guess, from Blood of Elves to Lady of the Lake. Those 5 Witcher books. I've already done videos on them. Overall, didn't like them. There were some good parts that I enjoyed in them, but overall, I think they're written kind of like shit. But I finally finished Season of Storms, which is a book he wrote after I think the 3rd Witcher game came out. I probably should have bothered to look that up. But I think because the video games were selling really well, he wanted to write another book, so here it is. So I'm just gonna do kind of some quick bullet points I made when I was reading the book, and then just overall kind of what I thought about it. There was this sorceress that was like a part of the new lodge or whatever, that she gets mentioned in the background a few times in like the 5 Witcher books, and her name's Coral. She's not really a character, but she's kind of the, I guess, main sorceress in this book. Just there's kind of a cringy opening scene where she and a king are arguing about like abortion and stuff like that, and just there's a way to kind of write this stuff, whether you're pro or anti-abortion, whatever, to like make it not really just fucking. I don't really have a better word than besides like cringy or just kind of like poorly written shit. Just there's a way to write it to make it like engaging or like to try to you know what I mean, when it's just like blatant shitty pandering, where and it's just like poorly written. That's kind of this section, and like this author's just not very good. You can definitely put like your beliefs or your values like in a book or whatever, and just like convey them well, not just listing out your beliefs and then just like kind of this smug, condescending like tone. I really hate that about this writer. He's not good. So there's kind of that. Geralt's going into this town. It's just some bullshit. But we have an all-female guard shack where all the women shave their heads, and it smells like farts all the time because they just fart all the time, and they consider raping Geralt. And I really love how this guy writes women. It's just great. Just fucking gay. I have it on page 24 that Geralt mentions Eden, referring to the Garden of Eden, or he calls it, I think, a Garden of Delights. Again, this is like a Christian religion or Christian mythology, if you want to be Reddit about it. But again, in the world of The Witcher, Geralt wouldn't know what the fuck that is. It's retarded. It's so fucking bad. He also brings up Cerberus, and he's referring to a 3-headed dog, and that is lifted directly from Greek mythology. Again, this is the world of The Witcher, a deep and dark fantasy world. Whoa, dude. Right? It's so good. It's so interesting. But he'll just like name drop shit from our world and put it in the Witcher world, and it doesn't fucking work, and it doesn't make sense. I hate this author. Just stupid. Those like little interludes between chapters, and they're usually just awful and boring and just stupid. Well, he uses Shakespeare for some quotes in this book for like 2 chapters, I want to say. Doesn't fit. Doesn't match the world. Stupid. Okay, so Geralt goes to visit the sorceress Coral in this town, right? And then Coral has this female apprentice Okay, I think her name's Mosaic. And Geralt kind of looks over at Mosaic a few times. And then the next time that Geralt comes to visit, Coral has like twisted Mosaic's like hand. So like her palm is now facing upwards. And then, the back of her hand is now, she's like flipped her hand around. She's like tortured her just because Geralt paid another woman a bit of attention. Again, I don't like how the women are written in these books. They're just like catty and like cunty, and they're just mean to other women. They're just really mean to other women. Spoilers for all the Witcher books, but in Lady of the Lake, like at the very end of the book, Yennefer and Triss like literally start pulling each other's hair and calling each other sluts, and they're fighting over Geralt. And it's so fucking bad. I hate it. I don't know. I it's just kind of pathetic, And then you'll have like morons tell you that The Witcher like has strong women, and it's like, where? You're out of your fucking mind, dude. Not that I'm like a male feminist or whatever, but it's just like, give me good writing, give me good characters, just give me something. I don't like that this guy's like a feminist, progressive author, and it's like, I think a misogynist would write women better. You know what I mean? Like, he might just be like, put like a male feminist badge on his chest, and he's just like, whatever. I feel like a misogynist would write women better. There would be more depth there than this like male feminist sexual predator shtick. Whatever. Let's see. Geralt. So after Geralt knows that Coral has tortured her apprentice, Geralt then still fucks Coral. A lot. Next on like page 213, there's this boring plot with the wizard that's faking demon attacks because he's like trying to gain power or some shit. It's really fucking boring. Something that happens in this book, and they weren't really mentioned in the other books, like very briefly, like maybe a sentence or two, are the other like Witcher schools, but the School of the Cat gets name dropped a lot in this book, multiple times. And I think that's like the plot of the second Witcher game. It involves the School of the Cat, and they're like assassins or something. But I feel like this guy who like, I think the author bitched a lot about the Witcher video games and how well they were doing. And now he's just like lifting shit that he did not write. He didn't write the stories for the video games, and he's inserting them into his books, right? I guess try to like cash in on it. It's stupid. I don't like it. It just feels like a hypocrite, just like a nasty little hypocrite. Okay, like 225. There's some Redanian like bandits that are like moving the borders of their country and like taking over Temerian land, and then they're like taxing and attacking and threatening to like kill and harm these peasants unless they pay up. And so like there's a moment where the Temerian like guards show up, and they're here to like arrest these people because they're just attacking innocent civilians. And Geralt and this dwarf decide to hide these people and cover for them because they don't want to see them hanged, even though these people have committed a lot of crimes against a lot of innocent people. It's just, you know what I mean? Like bullshit, like Witcher morality, where like Geralt will just like decide to like let evil go unpunished whenever he feels like it. There's literally not a good excuse to let these people go unpunished, but he does. They get to go unpunished, and it's like, whoa, dude, the Witcher world is like gray morality, bro. It's like, no, it's retard morality. The author's not a good writer. That's the morality of the Witcher world. He's a bad, inconsistent writer that doesn't know what he's doing. I hate him. Page 240. There's like this Fox Spirit shit. I checked out like this omnibus of like the Witcher comics because Mike Mignola, he did a cover for it, so I thought I'd check it out. I'm glad I checked it out online without paying for it. They're okay stories. It's an okay like comic stories, but I'd put it like at meh level. So I was able to skip a lot of pages because it's just the comic adapted like this Fox Spirit story like page for page almost, or I just kind of scanned that section because I didn't have to go super in depth with it. Let's see. Not much happens in the rest of the book. There's a little bullshit going on, and then at the very end, there's like this cat witcher that wants to fight Geralt, and then Geralt doesn't want to fight, and then it's like building up to this fight between them, but then nothing happens, and the cat witcher just kind of scurries off, I guess, to go die somewhere. And it's just, yeah, it's just a really mediocre book. I don't know. I don't care for it. Don't like the series overall. This is definitely the most skippable of all of them, but overall, I would recommend not really checking them out. I do think the short story collections are the best and they're the most well written, but still, they're not like amazing stuff. I'd probably recommend The Black Company. It's a good dark fantasy book. It's by Glenn Cook. There's also other stuff you can check out. I have some recommendations on my channel. And that's going to be it from me. Yeah, I'm just so glad to be done with the Witcher series. Jesus Christ. Dr. Infinity out.